Hey, we are the Sonic Team.
Samba de Amigo!
Hello, and welcome to another pumpkin carving stream. We got some relaxing samba music for your enjoyment. I gotta lower my chair so I can be on this pumpkin's level. Get a light. Bring this mic closer to my face. There we go. Alright, looks like webcam works. Alright, it's been freezing on me. Like, you move, I can see it. Clock's up there in the corner. Everything's working. So if you couldn't tell by the intro or the bottom left, today we are doing Amigo from Samba de Amigo. I do not think I've done him in the past. For some reason I always think I wanted to, and I didn't for whatever reason. I don't know. If I do it again, great. We'll see how this stacks up to the one from years ago if I end up finding it. How's my overhead cam looking? It's a little like that. No. I guess that's fine. I can always move it closer if need be. If you need to see what's going on. Yeah, I think I can raise this up a smidge. There we go. And now we just kind of get a good view. All right. So, figure out where we're going to put them. Let's look at a very dirty. You can see that. That's where it was sitting on the ground. I mean, this is another nice, clean. There's like a little bump here, but right here looks fine. Let's go there. Easy peasy. Pen. Over everything here. Let's draw my circle. We'll cut off this top. And just a random spot here, we'll just put a little notch so that I know that is where. We got a nice handle on this guy this time. I can lift it, I can hold it. Last time it was like a little nub, I had to like finagle it. And we're just gonna jump right in, stand up, and cut this lid off. It's a little. I brought this in so it wasn't hopefully as like hot. Can we see? There we go. See my sock. See, this room that I am in is carpeted. I'm trying to not stain the carpet orange with pumpkin. Just a quick little pivot and cut back. That's all we need to do. Might have gone a little too far back here. I was cutting into like the actual back, and if the design is a little too wide open, you'll see that kind of cut shining through. Ta-da! Ooh, it's kind of thick in there. Ugh. Again, I can do it here so you can see me do it for once. I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna go off camera and cut this, but it doesn't matter. Nice and rotate it. Oh, very nice. And then, oops, sorry. Now I'll just kind of, this last little bit, I'll cut it over the garbage. Ta-da! And then that just fits right back in, and because of the notch, like I can't screw it up. So let's put that aside for now. Grab all kinds of paper towels. And I can tell by looking at it already, like, see how thick this... Whoop. There we go. If you prefer to look to the left side of the screen. Very thick, so hopefully... Well, I'm not doing any sort of, like... It's all kind of big design stuff, so I don't have to worry about like this being so large that it doesn't shine through. But I'm gonna kind of cut that a little bit. It kind of shaved off some of the insides there. I don't know if that's necessarily a necessary step, but I always end up doing it. Now we move over to, hey Kogero, what's nice? You for taking the time and stepping on in. You must have just finished up Ghosts. Well, if it's too scary out there, you can come relax. No ghosts in here. Yeah, it's pumpkins, it's Halloween, but we're in Carnival right now. And the pumpkin's going to be on this side, so I'm going to make sure this is free from like dangly little hangy bits as possible, because I've always just, this whole, like, you can kind of see it's already like peeling off. It's not just coming off. It's like a weird, like I'm skinning it. I'm using kind of the serrated side here to kind of scrape some of it off, because right now it's just like almost like a full layer of kind of fleshy strings, and I don't want that. I want it to be the dry, just the pulp, so I can kind of just like go up like that and just bring it off. There's a lot of crap in here. I bet you want to bake these. Sorry. I do not have... Well, I do have the means. I do have the time. I just do not make them well. So I don't have the skills to make a treat that I enjoy. And I could be like, oh, and I just dropped the lid off of the table. Maybe we'll get a nice orange stain. Scrape, 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 scraping all around. The thought process is to just disconnect it from all the little like fleshy bits connecting it to the inside of the pumpkin so that it'll just come off in one big ball. I'm scared about that, right? Ooh, hold on. Like that is a bit... Alright. I'm like, is that right there so thick coming out that it was just punched through? And that would be kind of where the picture will be, so I'm a little worried, but looks like we're okay. I'm gonna take some scissors to this because I figure if I just start cutting this, there we go. I could potentially just like rip that all off like a very awful hangnail or something. Ugh, I don't want to do that. So let's see if I can just dump this into the garbage real quick. Oh, it wasn't like magic. That's pretty good. You can see that. Here's the picture, so that's where the picture is going to be. So I want to kind of get rid of a little bit of this crap so that the holes will be somewhat clean. I'm gonna put my little like LED lights in a bag so I don't have to worry about them getting too dirty with like getting seeds on them or something like that. Oh, this is my face reveal. Ha ha ha. Hey, honey, how are you? That was corny. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I dropped. Let me go grab that pumpkin bit. It like bounced. Rolled away. I guess because I was like cutting and it was shaking the whole table, so it just went like woo 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 woo. I'll put this over here for now. And we're back. Is that light enough? I can and brighten that, right? Looks a little better. Alright, so now we'll clean up a little bit of our mess. Now that it's prepped enough for me, we're going to prepare the design. And I'm just going to cut into a nice circle. Weird. And then now, I mean, some people could just go like that, but it doesn't lay flat. You kind of push that in, and that edge pops up, and that edge, and then that edge, and that edge. So I'll just cut little notches all around. You'll get used to this if you've watched multiple of these. Just in case someone's like watching a very specific one, they're like, why the heck are they doing that? This helps it stay that much more on model. I'm gonna grab some tape and just like that. I'll make it so his face is like level. So it starts at like 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. cardinal directions first. If this were a compass. Anything with like an important looking like notch or a corner that I want to make sure lines up right, I'll kind of do that. And then parts like this where it's like, what is this? This is just a black strip that I don't even really necessarily need to put that down. So I usually save that for last. Just kind of push that flat. That's just a line. I'll just draw that anyway. All right, so now it's on there, and I'll stab my way to transfer this using this, essentially an ice pick. So I'll just trace it, and by trace it I mean I'll just kind of stab, stab around the whole thing. Yesterday's was very easy because it was like just 3 shapes, so I didn't have any sort of like question of what was which parts were which. Is literally like 2 eyes. But here it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a bunch of little triangles. Like I could do them at each corner, just like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But I'm gonna do one kind of in the middle of the line too, just make sure I know where I'm at. It's a small triangle, so I'll just leave that. And I'm just holding this like I would a pencil. And after about 5 minutes of this, my wrist gets real tired. All this line, and again, this is just the outside kind of ring of the design, so it's not necessarily that important. If I ever wanted to like make it larger or smaller, I could. It wouldn't really matter. Face them up. And we got the hat, the hat, the hat. We got this last little part here. I'll do a couple more extra holes so that it's a little more obvious, because this line right here, I don't want there to be confusion between this and then this triangle. And it's also a little easier to kind of prop it up, facing up like this, and I can just kind of stab down with the gravity do all the work. This is going to be the hardest part, but that's why we warmed up yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to keep this little teeny tiny bit in here. Alright, so do his teeth. I'm doing a lot of dots here just because I want to make sure I know what each line is supposed to be. I could just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, but then when I pull this away, I want to make sure I don't accidentally carve what I should have left. I'll just do the bottom of his head real quick. there's a lot of details on lines and stuff that just didn't make it through. We just kept literally the silhouette of his hat. The only time I carved a pumpkin, it got all wrinkly. Like, afterwards, because these will, oh yeah, it'll be wrinkly by tomorrow morning. Depending on where you're at in the climate. Because if it's really hot and dry, like, it'll just dehydrate the pumpkin. So anything like this, these little like skinny lines will just shrivel up and like disappear and probably break off. And if it's like a skull or a face, it'll look like it's rotting away. And then like after a couple days, the pumpkin will literally rot away. So that's why I take pictures within 10 minutes of ending the stream usually. If it's like a very delicate design and like gravity itself will, like these 3 lines right here are probably curled up, certainly by tomorrow morning. One little spot left. Oh, nope, I gotta do this entire eye. Pumpkin makes me hungry. It got all wrinkly while carving it. What? Was it like a... Was there something weird going on? Maybe we should try again. Were you in the bathtub? There are lots of pumpkin flavored treats out now, Kokera, so sorry if I'm gonna make you run to the store later. But you don't eat pumpkin, but you do like the roasted seeds. I was just telling yesterday that I'm not good at making those roasted seeds. So I try it, and then I'm always like, ugh. It just feels like I'm chewing on sunflower seeds, which I also don't kind of like. So, now if you look, you see stabby lines all around. Now, I don't know why I gently do it every time. I do not need it. Oh, you know what? I think I do know why. Because I want to not protect, but like keep the picture. Because if I need to look at it and reference it in like the next 3 minutes, if I were to just rip it off, I can't tell what lines I just drew on here. So a lot of prep work, a lot of work just to dry on. I was thinking, like, what if I got like a projector and I just projected it on here and then just traced it? Would that save a couple of steps? It would just save like the stabby step, right? But it would be projected on, and if I like shifted it or moved it, would I ever really line it up again? At least when it's on here, I know it's where I want it to be. All right, now let's play everyone's favorite game. Look at the design and see if you can tell what it is and where what is. See all those dots? Yeah. Triangles, you can kind of make out where that is. You get down here and you're like, what? So that's why I'll look at it with my pen and do a little process of elimination here. So I'm going to draw. Both angles look good. let's do the easy stuff first. Here's his ear. His 2 earrings. This is the bottom of his head. I love triangles, so triangle. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Triangle. There's also this little large top part of his sombrero. I don't know if I've ever freehanded. I think some people like draw a picture on it, but then it's like well, you're drawing lines and then you're carving it out, and it never ends up looking. You know, so you got to think in terms of like leaving a shape behind. And if you're drawing a picture, sometimes it doesn't work like that. That's why if I ever go to like a pumpkin carving gathering, I come prepared. Like, oh yeah, I've got a couple of designs in my back pocket that I, maybe I didn't want to use them on the stream, so. Okay, this mess, how are we gonna, let's just look for little parts that I know are here. So we got his little ear here. Play, again, process of elimination. We can look for his pupil, which is right here. Now that I got that shape, I can do his inner eye. And now he's got the eye that goes like that. I think his nose goes like this. There we go. These lines were very close together, so I need to know which was his nose and which was his eye. And that comes together at a point, so I'll just kind of have it come across like that. And the brow comes down like that. And oh yeah, his nose is not like a circle. I almost was ready to just like draw it. Nope, nope. Goes like that. And there's also a little shimmery shine that I didn't draw that on there, and I'll carve that out. So now we got these bits. It goes like that. Like this. Okay, so this is the third line, so it's just this to this to that. This comes in, connects to his nose here, bring that down. Alright, and then last we just have his teeth. A lot of little lines here, so there's no doubt like what the shape is supposed to be. Probably could have used some more over here by his squinted eye, but we did it. We came through okay. Checking. Nothing there. Alright, so again, it doesn't look like, you look at it and you're like, what is that? If you were like to draw that. So now I'll draw some, just poke a couple holes where I think Usually I end up like carving right to left, so basically where I'll stab my saw in just a little bit. Top down, right to left. It's kind of like drawing kanji, but then let's top down, left to right. So yes. These are circles, so this part I'll cut up into like a bunch of different parts. I could try to cut it off in one big piece, but because there's so like anything skinny with a lot of curves, I always try to like stick in there. So and this is probably the most dangerous part, the inner eye, because it's just like a skinny line. Muzikashi desu ne. Do I have a sound effect for that? I don't. Like a yo boom. That'll have to do. Alright, so now I've got my motorized saw, which I do not have. I even taped it, like you can see. Do not put batteries in this. Like if I do, it'll just go brrrr, and if I'm just trying to like, I don't know, cut something fast, it might work. But anything, it shakes it off and it would like be really jaggedy and probably end up breaking this thing too. So usually I'll go with I'll consider the hardest parts first. Can you scooch over? I want to get a little closer here. Because I don't want to leave them for last, and then after everything else is cut off, it's kind of like shaky and kind of unsecure. So I'll cut these teeth parts first, and I'll leave them be. Headsets. There we go. Don't accidentally cut my like headphones cable. That'd be bad. And I cut those little like stabby holes initially, because if the pumpkin itself is really hard or thick, it actually might be hard to kind of stab it in, and just one extra chance for like stabbing in and breaking, bending this blade. I got some extras now, so I'm not too worried, but it's just another thing I don't have to deal with. And I technically like don't need to follow these lines or do anything. Like this is a square, but I could like, you know, cut it into half if I wanted to. Like all these parts, as long as they're cut out in the end, it's fine. And again, I'm not popping out the pieces yet. I'm leaving them in there so that it's, at least I think, the whole thing stays a little bit kind of intact structurally until I'm ready to pop it all out. Because if I get a little forceful or something, I don't want to end up breaking it. How are we doing on Samba music? We got some extra tracks. We do got extra tracks. want to know if that got loud or anything. You can't hear me or the pumpkin or whatever you want to hear. Well, that just kind of came out. Oh well. Not the worst thing. It is very summery. It's just kind of, we don't have to succumb to autumn, especially if you're in the southern hemisphere. Oh, it is. It's about to be warm for you, right? Got people in Australia. I got the whole soundtrack to Samba de Amigo sitting right here, but you know how that goes. I might pop one on a certain section again just to see if it gets muted or complained about. Maybe a part that I wouldn't be talking over. Not that I say anything super important anyway, but I have to mute. Cut it out, I don't want it to go lost. Okay, let's do the nose. The little like shine on his nose is literally just like a line that's cut in there, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay. I'm not going to like follow this around. I'm just gonna like extrapolate this as like 3 triangles. So I'll just kind of cut that pretty much out to the edge there. This whole shape I'm not going to keep intact anyway. So now and we've got our line. I'll cut around his nose here. And I cut his like, this is kind of like a Sonic shaped eye, right? It's got that same uni-eye thing going on. It was made by Sonic Team, so. But yeah, just cut that there. And be very careful not to cut too far right. Keep this part intact. Cut straight up, because again I'm just going to cut this piece. His eye is divided in like 4 or 5 sections. So if I try to pop it all out, I risk like this part right here where it's connected by just ripping out, and I don't want to do that. I was like, oh, almost done. I still got this whole hat and sombrero, but that's like, 8 triangles. This was the tricky part. That's why I get it done first. Well, I've got my wits about me. I get tired for whatever reason. I don't want that to be when I start taking on an intricate part. So see how it's like starting to move? I don't like that too much because that's when weak parts give out. Kind of like the creepy Sonic redesign for the movie, just in general, or like an endearing, like, oh, look at him, he's trying his best. Obviously, I like it better now, and now that it's compared, clearly you're like, that doesn't look like Sonic, but even you call it creepy. The worst thing about the trailer was that it just kind of like kept playing that bad remix of Gangsta's Paradise for like no reason. And it was like the entire trailer was just like that song. It didn't like mix it up, or I was just like more upset by that than anything. I was like, who put this part together? Alright, now we just do triangle time. Which could just be like a in one line, 2, 3. I feel warmer already. It wasn't stabbing, so I'm just going to come back through this way. I'm going to cut my way around instead. And I'm cutting this at like a downward angle. So, who knows how that'll be for the light to shine through, depending on if the camera, you kind of have to look downward at it too. That's where I'm at. But the main part is the face anyway, which will be fine. These are just kind of like accent points anyway. So these are kind of dimmer and more orange because they're kind of small triangles surrounded by a bunch of the inner flesh. That'll be fine. Oh, like the definition has to be the face. Last couple of parts. It's kind of annoying doing these longer bits with this saw because it doesn't cut a lot with like each stab or stroke, so it kind of gotta just kind of go at it and then resist the urge to push it harder, to go faster. This is good for all these small little details where precision is key. So I'm just like, hurry up and do this long straight line. That's how I break stuff. You never actually ended up seeing the movie? It was alright. almost like it was all a big setup for the second one where they can just kind of go all out. Kind of like how a lot of superhero movies, you have to have the first one to tell the origin story, and you waste all that time. But then from 2 onward, you can just be like, oh hey, it's Sonic, it's Tails, yeah, they're here, they're doing stuff. Well, do we ever really get a backstory at Sonic? No. I don't know if I put spoiler tags on my stream. Can I talk about this? Cliffhanger in that, you know, they didn't kill Eggman, so he's out there plotting. What other little ones? Got a couple other ones here. This one. Alright, so this is what he looks like. Ready to be popped out. I'll just use my longer saw that I had from earlier. And I don't know if I want to do big parts first or small. I guess smaller parts first. We'll start with these dangerous eyes. Oh, I hate it already, like because it's like moving. Very just kind of pushing at certain spots to see if it moves. Oh, I hate this. There you go. I'm just gonna push these in. Like, now I'm gonna try to pull them out. Just push them all in, let them collect inside the pumpkin, and then you'll be done with them later. That, like, as it goes deeper in, the part is connected, so it's not like a clean line, but I think it'll be alright. There's ear. There's earring parts. I think I'm just gonna, because they're just big circles, I'm gonna stab it with the ice pick rather than risk. I want to saw it, end up making like a triangle or something. You can kind of see it's pretty clean. Like there's some jaggedy bits and some fleshy parts. I'm just gonna go through with a tissue and kind of clean up it a little bit. You see how this is kind of orange? It's not really shining through because of the thickness of the rind. So I'm going to kind of stab at it, cut that down. Now it's a little brighter, you can see, so it'll let a little bit more light through. The edge parts that are supposed to be a little bit brighter. Alright. I didn't have it on me. Normally if it's really complicated to a point where I can't like be sticking in tools to clean holes, I'll get the compressed air. And that just makes an absolute mess because these little pumpkin bits just fly everywhere. Push all these triangles in. have just used this saw. Just cut like 1, 2, 3 and it's done. By the time it gets pushed all the way in, it's already carved the whole line. Alright, went off a bit. I didn't stab his teeth out yet, so let's do that. I love it when I go to take a picture and I'm like, wait, why isn't that like bright? And I'm like, oh, 'cause I didn't push it out. Alright. So now there's like parts that are in here that I'm going to try to just like pull out. Oh yeah, compressed air. Didn't plan on it, but I'm gonna have it with me. Like, let's say, like there's a part. You can see kind of like it jiggling in there still, like there's. It's a mess. It's not clean yet. So if I have nothing at this little part right here, I don't have a tool that I can stick in there to clean it out without accidentally cutting the hole wider, that's when I would shoot air in there and just push it all out. But then it shoots out the top of the pumpkin and gets all over the place. I always think, oh, look at this. Look at the inside of the pumpkin. Where I cut it all off from, so now it's all jagged and there's bits kind of hanging in there. So you can always go back and do, because it's all like hanging down in there now and kind of in the way. So I can take my scissors and just kind of take a little off the top. So I don't want anything like hanging down and blocking the holes in the light, because it will be seen. Just gather everybody up, make sure nobody's connected still to the wall. Alright, dump them all one more time. How's it looking there? You're looking there, like, you see right there? They're like, yeah, there's like a piece connecting the eye. It's like hanging in there, so I'm just gonna like, just kind of knock it out. Kind of going in with the not sharp part now, just the flat edge of this, and just running it along the edges and smoothing it out and pushing out anything that's in the way. The face details are the only part that I care about. That's like, you don't want to look at his eye and then be like, why is there a piece of pumpkin in his eyeball? It's not a nice clean line. Why does a pumpkin need to have a nice clean line, you say? I don't know. It's just, if I can, I'll make sure it's as clean as possible. This looks pretty good. I see that. Are this giving me trouble? Where am I scissors? All right. I'd say it's good enough. Time for a reveal of sorts. So I got my light parts. And still up top, nowhere up top. There we go. So these are just, you can get them at the store. There's LED. They have all different kinds. I have them on my bookshelf and stuff where I put figures and things like that, so that way the light comes down and it's like a nicely lit display case. It's pretty nice. Clean up a little bit of this. Don't want to get any pumpkin bits all over. When they're getting everywhere, I'm going to vacuum after this. So I'm not going to put the lights in until kind of the end, because it'll, in case you can see it. So let me turn off a couple lights. I've got a candle here and I could put it in there, but if I'm manhandling this thing, the light might go out or something like that, so it's easier to just got them in a little plastic bag. They stay clean and everything like that. So I'm going to turn off the light on the ring cam here. I'm going to put them in 3, 2, 1. How's it look? Oh, I gotta put the top on here. Don't mute me, please. And again, I don't know how this camera handles like low light, so it's cranking up the ISO right now. Let's turn up the other camera. And I can do this because I don't have an actual lit flame in there right now. So. Like you can see, like, you know, when I'm setting up a camera to take that picture, the angle changes how things are. He's looking over there, it looks a little weird, but now you're looking over there, he's looking at you. There we go. Just in case. That little bit, even though it's like an instrumental version of a cover from the game, I don't want it to get super muted. So yeah. Ta-da, Samba de Amigo. If you didn't know what this game was, or if you never played it, and you weren't here from the loading screen, here's what he looks like. Come on. So that's Amigo, and so I just crop to his face. And cut him out. I do have the, if you're interested in how I ended up doing this, I do have the VODs archives on the YouTube channel. So if you're like, how did you go from this to this? It is there. You can see it. About an hour of me just messing with contrast levels and then drawing in Photoshop. But feel free to copy what I do and make your own. There's other drawings of him that I didn't think would work. I can spell it. Because whenever he's at like anybody, no matter what, if they're looking at you straight on, it's hard to do. Can I just drag this in from? No? That'd be too easy, right? Okay. Grab it to it. Folder first. Okay, so like here's another one. Example. I'm going to grab him as a cursor. Oh, you got to be up the top, my friend. So the hard part here is that his eyes are right in the middle, which is like a floating black piece in space, which is hard to do when you're a pumpkin. You only have two colors. You can't carve a floating black piece. If you're doing the shaving method, which I do from time to time, you can do that, but this is easier. Everything else is there, his nose, his mouth, everything else is about the same. And if you look, his nose, like I kind of enlarged his eye a little bit, even though it's like right here, it's touching the bottom of his eyeball, which is good because it's connected. I made his nose a little bit bigger so that it connected to the bottom, and then his little like winky eye connected to the nose too, just so that I could physically carve it. If it were like this, I would have had to like enlarge the eyes so that they touched one of the sides or something like that. So that's Pumpkin Theory. Get out of here. That was Streamlabs. You want to get rid of this? You sure? Oh, I hit the wrong one. Silly monkey. Very cool. So, Samba de Amigo pumpkin. That's 2 down. We are on pace. Again, I'm not promising I'm going to do all 31 because it almost never ends up. The stores usually end up selling out of pumpkins, and by day 20, I'm running out of ideas. So I'm just like, give me a meme. What's a meme I haven't done? I'm desperate. I'll do anything. But we're still going strong for now. So I got a lot of more ideas all ready to go. Let me turn my light back on. And I mean, for the timing, I will also do streams when I'm making the designs. So if you happen to be in there, feel free to, throw ideas and be like, I want to see, I don't know, how much pumpkin do you have to eat for the month? 0, because I do not. It goes right in the garbage. It's done. This is a waste. Waste of money. I know. I don't know if these are for eating. They're for carving. There's different, the little tiny baby pumpkins that they call like baking pumpkins. You made it for pie. These are just like weird. Like I could nibble on this. I don't know if I'd want to though. No, there's the seeds, but again, that's just for gnawing onto. It's not really sustenance per se. Yeah, I mean, it's just, if you look. Garbage. That's where all the flesh went into. Thinking of, I don't know, like I was thinking maybe I'll do, because he's YouTuber, VTube, you know, Twitch, and maybe I'll do this one live on YouTube. So I feel like switching accounts again. I don't know if it's gonna draw that Niji Sanji crowd out over, but maybe I'll throw him a bone. I'm thinking Faust. For tomorrow, I'm not gonna do the Jacko pose yet, but there was like a long skinny pumpkin that I need to get for this because it's like very horizontal and vertical. So could try a mole car tomorrow, could try Papa, but I'm thinking Seaman. Let's keep this Dreamcast party going for a little bit. We can like imagine we're in the jungle again, where they live and they come from. So, what is it? Just over an hour. Okay, yeah. So I'd say this is a medium difficulty, because the Watcher that I did yesterday, I will put that. I just gotta make the thumbnail. That'll be on my YouTube archives in a little bit. That was super easy. Did that in 45 minutes. If it's like a silhouette, something like this, if there's some details going on, that's about 45 minutes to an hour. And then some crazy, like, if and when I do more human-like ones, like Fuse here, oh my god, that's gonna take like an hour just to. I might have to redo this. It's too much. This is like the first one I did, thinking like, oh, I can do that, right? We'll see. So I think we're good, unless in this you got any ideas you want to throw at me real quick, like, oh, you should make this. I can remember just an hour. Yeah, so this is an hour and 8 minutes, and the first couple of minutes of that was just like talking and, you know, cutting. If you count like cutting out the lid and cleaning it up. You mean you haven't been here for the whole time, you Johnny? Come on now. I knew you were here. But yeah, so why don't you focus? I can't remember. I think the first couple of times I tried to do like a shaved one, you know, I did the whole part and then it like wasn't deep enough, so I had to do the whole thing over again. That ended up taking like close to 2 hours, I think. Have I done Luna before? Yes, I have. And I'm going to do her again. I did it last year on the 10th because of her birthday. I posted, if you follow the Luna Twitter, I just posted like a time lapse. I think I posted a time lapse on YouTube, but I've got a couple time lapses that I just haven't uploaded anywhere. I'll put them up again. Let me see if I save the pictures. Pics. It did. Okay, so here they are. Yeah, I did a shit because anime girls with like their nose and their eyes like in the middle of a face. Can we fit to the screen? Fit to screen. Thank you. So this is Luna from last year. And yeah, a lot of little stabby holes in there to get those like hair details in there, as you can see. And the only part that was cut, I think it was like the outer ring part, like on the outside of the head. Everything else is shaved, carved with like clay sculpting tools. And then I put extra lights in there, and then I took it with like a long exposure shot so that it, you know, came through. Because depending on the thickness of the pumpkin, it might just not let any light through, and then just got like a really dim pumpkin. So delete. And yeah, this year, now that she has glasses and bangs and stuff, glasses. Oh, I love glasses because it draws just a nice line around the eyes and it connects, and there's no eyes floating in the middle of like a head. Don't have to worry about it. It just makes it that much easier to do. So there we go. So I will probably have a stream because that's next Sunday. So I'll probably have to carve that next Friday, which means sometime this week I'll have a Photoshop stream drawing that design. Glasses is the easiest thing. They just like save a face every time because you can just put the eyes on the top of the the rim and it's connected. Oh, look at that! You see how wobbly that is? Tomorrow, this will be wrinkled. So yeah, this is why I was very careful, because if I were to like push it too hard when I was like pulling out the bits, I could have like just ripped that off. Especially this guy right here too. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. I gotta take pictures still. So there we have it. So I will do my best to be here tomorrow, same time, usually 9 Central. I will, as long as these streams exist, I'll download them, archive them, put them on the YouTube channel, and I'll always try to throw like a time lapse together if I'm sitting around nothing to do. That way you don't have to watch a long ass stream. Or I can always put chapters so you can just jump to the end. Let's put like light reveal at 45 minutes or something like that. People got things to do. So Yukihane, I will see you probably in Kogura's chat. If not, I'll see you soon. Everybody else for stopping in, thank you. Thanks to the spam bots for following, as always, appreciated. And then I saw, Ribbon subscribed with you Prime. Thank you for that. I didn't get a notification. I don't even see it on here. So I was like, wait a minute, that is not my that's not my emote. I don't think I ever turned on. I didn't even I don't have it on here, but I think about a week ago it was like followed by like gun 9, gun 2, gun 7, gun 9F, gun 7F. It was like reading sheet music. It's like, what are these? B flat, A sharp, D 3. So it was like 20 at once. It was just like, brrr. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna thank the bots. So you're gonna try to get me banned for bot spam or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that's why I like my little mini feed here on like OBS. It's like follow. It's like if it counts towards some sort of metric, great. If not, whatever. So I will try to put back on the Samba de Music one more time, see if it gets muted or not, as a test, just to see. And I think this is looking pretty cool. Keep getting those follow emails, but I don't see them on my follower list. Weird, opposite. I don't know if I have the emails, but yeah, and it shows up on the like latest follower. So if like I don't have anybody else new on there, it's just sitting there with like this. People know, they're just like, oh, look at that latest follower. It's like spam bot 3000. Yeah, I saw Kogura even too was like, oh, I gotta get these bots under control. It's kind of annoying. Can't stream like this. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Well, I almost hit the run a 1 minute ad button. That sucked. I don't want to do that to you. I'm trying to leave instead. So see you tomorrow. We're going to be doing Seaman. I gotta go buy pumpkins. Anyway, so appreciate it. Enjoy your Saturday night. Thanks for spending it with me. You're awesome. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Ah, look at that. Oh, and Cyber hosted me with 1 view just now. Why wasn't my alerts? Why are you on the bottom? Why are you on the bottom layer? There we go. Hey, Zyra hosting, thank you so much. Are you there? Are you watching? I mean, here you go. Have you seen this? Do you want me to turn the lights off real quick before we shut it off? So you can see Amigo. If not, maybe I'll be like, oh no, you gotta go to my YouTube channel. Watch the VOD. Are you seeing this? Did you hear about this? Oh, what? What are we talking about? We're talking about stuff here? Are you messaging me somewhere? Did I hear about pumpkins? Where should I be looking? Are you messaging me again? Is there about to be a... You can't put a link in the chat, my friend, I think. It's just sort of like... There's some like places around here that is like, I'm just imitating your general cadence of speech. Wow. Oh my goodness. That's a funny guy. This guy's a trickster. Oh my goodness. There's no actual links. Good, because I tried to keep them on there because I don't want to deal with like having to go in and authorize or whatever. So, no, good, yeah. Unless it's just like you won't believe these 10 pumpkins that so and so made. And I'm like, yeah, I believe it, but they probably only did like 1 or 2 the entire year. I'm quantity over quality. I try to find that nice middle ground. And again, if you weren't here like 2 seconds ago, tomorrow we're carving Seaman. So be there or be a square. And at the risk of muting my outro, we're gonna play that instrumental one more time. You see that, man? You know, me too. I thought I was the only one. Glad I'm not crazy. I was like, I could do the frog version or something, but the fish one is iconic. So we gotta go with that. We gotta give the people what they want. Ribbon.exe cannot send her in an email. She will not open. You gotta hide her in like a zip file and then change the extension. So that's weird. And yeah, we were just talking about new 2DX coming out in like 2 weeks, and it's VTuber themed, and the currency is listener. Wonderful. It's like the best #1 thing. What would it be like having RGB in a pumpkin? I'm trying to think if I have anything immediately. I'll try to do it. I've got like a little LED thing, but it would probably just like, I don't have like a Razer mouse I can just throw in there or something. It looked cool. I'll try to find something cool. I can throw it in there so we can take a look. I've thrown fireworks in the pumpkins and stuff. And I've done LED lights and candles, but I don't think I've done like RGB gamer mode. I think when it cycles through, like blue might not show up as per usual, and the lighter stuff might be cool. Yeah, the little like small things that just go like, and they like flash really bright. I've thrown that in a couple of them. Like a Gloomy Bear pumpkin, I think I did that in. We might as well like turn the lights down, right? So we can at least look at it one last time. This is cool, this little like ring that it's gonna repeat. Yeah, I was first just like, well, let's throw on the soundtrack, but then I'm like, who knows how they're gonna be, even if it is half of them are like weird covers and stuff. Like I took off Austin Powers and stuff like that, but maybe the weird cover of Livin' La Vida Loca would get me axed. So like this right here is this instrumental. It's like, okay, I'm walking a thin line here. So I just had very Samba themed approved BGMs instead. Look at that weird like go like that. Is that like reflecting? Why does it do that? It's kind of cool effect. played Samba de Amigo, and you already know how I get ripped for those. Like, I think quite specifically the Austin Powers song. Yeah. Which first it's like, what are you even doing in this game? You're not Carnival. I mean, like Bossa Nova, I guess, but that's cool. Yeah, I guess it counts. And like whatever, what else others like just other Bossa Nova songs? I don't know. Blame it on the bossa. All right, cool. Well, I believe that's it. We got Samba de Amigo. Tomorrow we're doing Seaman, and 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. What is that, like noon tomorrow if you're in Japan or whatever? Tub Thumping was in. I know there's also like the Real Big Fish cover of Take on Me, which, you know, and I guess you can give them a pass for all the like Sega covers and stuff like that. We're like talking too much. I'm gonna get a big bad bod. Thought like, oh, it's a 30-second outro. Here's my BGM folder. Here we go. Back to the beach with us. I mean, I guess like any game, you gotta put the licenses in there to grab the casuals. It was an arcade game, and I don't have. Well, you know, you've got the gear, right? Did you play Samba de Amigo 2000? Did you see what their expanded playlist is? I just remember like they added the hold where you gotta go like and play the sequel when I streamed it. That's, I don't want to say that's one of those like, oh, I wish I got it, but I think it's definitely rare now, right? Dreamcast version. It only came out in Japan. You better. Friggin' new game. I got those maracas. And I know they like are flying weapons because the way the sensors work, it's like the dangling cord that has to like react to the sensor bar, and it's friggin', you know, wired maracas. So when you're going crazy, if you're getting too hyped, you're gonna smack stuff in the face with a dangling, like, I don't know, the location sensor. So that's what would be cool. I think there was a couple like round ones that had them, and they were 2000s, but then yeah, they were calibrated bad. So it's like you find a cool like point blank machine, and then like the gun is super bad and you can't even play it. You're just like, okay, guess I won't continue never to have played this game. So yeah, interesting. Interested to see what maybe they got songs from Austin Powers 2 or your favorite. And again, what subscribing? What is that? Is that like? Well, that's like actual good stuff. Okay, cool. I got a point for that. That's cool. Was that through Prime or is that just coolness? Well, that's cool. Spam those motherfucking emotes, because you are now cool. Gives me a point towards well, that's a girl with a wrench? I always thought she just had like a little robot arm up or something. I love that. Was that? You know, with mine, like you click too much, then it like scoots the text up a little bit, which scooches the emote menu up a bit, so you end up like clicking the one underneath it for a little bit. That's like an edit from that's the boy, the Dreamcast. That's like a Simpsons, right? That's like an edit. Somebody was using like a puppet or something, and then you put that on the Dreamcast, right? I know there was no Dreamcast in the Simpsons, that's for sure. There he is. Muppet Dreamcast. That's a good one. He's did that Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball come out where you can play as like a ping of Genesis, Game Gear, and Dreamcast? I'm sure that was an easy asset swap. It's an appreciated gesture. And that is you, right? Yeah. You got your mask on, keeping it safe. Very cool. Oh, that's some anonymous shit. That's scary. You trying to hack me? I think I better ban you. Corey M5 Corey, gotcha. That's Corey's channel? Cool. Ding 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 ding. Now we're just getting. What else we got? Who do I got? Why is that the lone thing I have from Jack is in? Why do I keep getting like gift subs from him? Like where are you getting all these from? Are you just that sub? You just throw around the love, huh? I got the celebrate K-pop. Yeah, so you know, as one does. That's what they say when I fit. What the heck is that? It's like Vanilla Ice? It's like a Vanilla Ice No More Heroes mashup. KM Punk Jam. Oh, see, it didn't. Oh, the balls. Oh, they're getting bigger already. Who's Cyber? That's not Cyber. Why doesn't it animate? Like, why doesn't it have animated things up there? Is that some thing I have to? Anyway, now we're being silly. Now we're just chatting stream while we look at this. Well, I don't know who Tark is. I don't know if we should be smirching them. Now you're just beast. Is that Daigo's channel? Do you have like a not Zangief guy? I'll sign out his channel. I will get sued. Dolce's coming for me. Aaron in Japan didn't translate that bit. Out of respect. Oh, you see? Oh, you got that K-pop love too, huh? You got the snappy finger. I got this. The piece with the 2 Doritos. I got it too. Ribbon's holding up some panties. That's what I think that is. Yeah. Same thing too. I was like, well, maybe yeah. You know, like Elvis fans, it's a time-honored tradition. You throw your panties up on the stage. Yukihana, you want to get in on this? We're just spamming emotes now. My purely utilitarian one. For whenever we're at a DJ stream. Give them the claps. I can't believe it. Well, I appreciate all 5 of you hanging out here. Spamming emotes in the chat. Oh, we're getting that engagement. Oh yeah, Twitch is loving it. Oh, give me that graph. It's like, oh yeah, ooh, click that button. Cyber Think. You like shaded in a 3D? I'm thinking it might be. Well, you got one now because you subbed to me. So you got my cool guy. Well, it looks like he's gonna eat the. You gotta be cool. You gotta. Oh, those are cool. I like the. I'll put sunglasses on the top too. Code enough 32. I thought that was corn. Was it fireworks? See, you're not the only one with glasses now, Zyber. Ribbon with the corn. 2020 celebrate. Oh yeah, maybe we'll get some new ones this year. some. Let's do something. Let's get hype. How many slots do you have? How many like points did you need to? I like the flat one. In the chat, it looks like he's like doing a Kirby little crouch. This is the real emo spam hours BGM now. And what's the game? What is it? Gunstar Heroes? Isn't that one of the games that's coming up to like Wii U, Genesis, whatever? Not that it matters. You can just play the real game or whatever you've got. So now you're like, well, I'm glad the Switch will let me play its ROMs. I don't know if I can afford the Premium Plus Internet, whatever they charge extras to play. I'll borrow it from you. Who is it? Who is it? Like Capcom? They're the one that came out and said like, do not rip our sprites for Twitch emotes. That is. Yeah, if it's more than $5 with literally nothing, like they're just like for some reason. We're like, you know what? We put in-game voice chat, but even then, that's not. You shouldn't have to pay for that. Having to play like Animal Crossing with the phone next to me to do voice chat, that's cockamamie. Yeah, it's not worth a monthly fee just to pay that. Look at that boo. Barely even play my Switch anymore. I should cancel my Nintendo Online thing. What do you mean you're not like in somebody's family plan? I mean, if it was more than like $5 or however much it ends up being. That's a cute Gengar. There was like all the Atlanta. This must be one of your friends. The like Pokemon ones that they must have put out when Pokken Tournament first came out. It says a global emote. I'm like, how do I get that? Oh, that's a cute little deer. I will pay Switch again as soon as Animal Crossing updates. That's for Ribbon. We also got to get, there's that hamster game. If you haven't seen that, maybe we'll buy that and stream that. It's like a $10 indie game, but they released it in English. I forget what it's called. It's like the whatever breed of hamster they call it. That's like the Dotson Hamsters Daily Adventures or something. And yeah, it is. It's a very simple. It's like Seaman, but with hamsters. But then they're like turtle-looking hamsters, and you can buy stuff. So, oh my goodness. I wouldn't have known about it if cute VTuber hadn't streamed it, so thanks for that. 2DX cast hours. I'm trying to think how am I gonna. I was just talking about how am I gonna like stream. Like I have to like live stream, right? They gotta include the camera function so that you can stream and track your VTuber so that you can stream while you play, right? It's almost required. But they are doing the thing now, right, where you can like pay extra money to save like a video play and hopefully go online and download it. So maybe you can do that and, I don't know, upload it or something. Well, we've been talking like this for an extra half. Look at that cat. Hey, where you going? Where you going? Hey, well, there's a bird. Where you going, bird? Whoa. The fried chicken dog over there. I saw that video when I was trying to see my scores, but realized I can't view my scores without paying. It probably requires a premium, right? The basic subscription. Squishy popcorn. Was it something in Bistrover? I don't know. No, I never played it because the friggin' arcade shut down. Ah! Yeah, what are you doing? Hype creep, that's a global emote? Get out of town. Oh no, it's from somebody. Okay. Why do you have it too? Do you have like a emote stealing bot, Zyber? You just go in and you just grab everything? I can't believe you're paying for all this. Like, I don't want to put my... Spider Rave.
Uh-oh.
That's what I say, man. The spiders get in. Alright, now I freaked out. But there's no need to be upset. There's no need to be upset. Well, I mean, what are we doing here? Is there somebody online? Should we raid somebody while we're here? Be nice for once, instead of just leaving. Oh, Nick's in the house. Oh, Nick's in the house. What? Oh, because I brought up Twitch. That's why. Let's see. I don't really have anybody else. Is that an Among Us? That's an Among Us. Twitch Bits Reward. Hindsight 2020 emotes. Oh, it's like a... Getting out of here before the spiders come back. There's Huffer. I was going to say, it's not Nick. What about Huffer here? Huffer Horn. This is what you guys do on Twitch all night. I guess, if you're here. Like maybe if you're gonna hop on the old Apex, if you're not doing stuff, I don't know, maybe I'll jump on that. I can't stream it though, because my computer can't handle it. But, Nick, if you... Tomorrow, we're carving a Seaman, so around this time you pop in, we'll be here. We've just been literally playing earlier today. I'm spent. Alright, I see that. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like afraid to play. I'm like, I don't want to suck. But it suck. But it's fine. There's like those weird story missions, so I'm like, maybe I'll do that. Like, I'll find a crow or something. I'll do that. I like finding crows. Offer he is the man. Jesus Christ, Saber. You gotta be hacking. You got like some plugins. No way you have all these legit emotes. You've got like the Twitch equivalent of the mode. You've just got all the ROMs. The T. Well, alright. Line in the sand. We're ending this here. With our hype music though, so it's fun. It's fun though. I gotta admit. So I will. How many times am I gonna say I'll be doing Seaman tomorrow? Maybe during the day I'll be on earlier drawing more, because the more designs I have 10 right now, which cost a whopping $1.62. See, it's not animated. I gotta fix that too. I gotta switch back to regular OBS. So much stuff I gotta do. So much to do, so little time. And I need more sounds for me old soundboards so we can have fun experiences. So, what can I end it with? One more time. Hey, and there's Cool Dot. He's a cool boy. The Wedding March? This thing can be banned. This isn't Samba de Amigo? Why does it say this isn't Samba de Amigo? I don't have this. What do you use that bosom emote from? Uh-oh. Nope.
Samba de Amigo.
We're out of here. That's for the horny people in the chat. Is this gonna loop?
Hey, we are the Sonic Team. Hey, we are the Sonic
Well, that's a short thing. That's annoying as it loops.
Hey, we are the Sonic Team.
Oh, they didn't have it? I thought they had that, so. Is that a mimic? Hype sneak. I'm getting out of here. You're going to throw more spiders on me and stuff, so. Whatever, you're crazy, man. I'll see you online in a little bit. And I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. I'm getting out. I'm getting out. Quick, spam my ending screen with all the emotes that you can. I'll leave it up for a little bit.